Hi, I'm Rod, and I'm the author of The Great Gratitude Surprise. Thanks for stopping by our Possible website. The Great Gratitude Surprise is a product of the Playing with Gratitude project, which we started about a year ago to help children and families and their teachers to thrive and flourish as they played with the concept of gratitude. Gratitude and play are two very powerful tools to help build our sense of wellness or our well-being. They both help us to thrive and to flourish in this area. Play is such a wonderful tool to help our minds, irrespective of age, to build a real sense of self, a very positive sense of self, as we are creative and we allow the sense of surprise and anticipation to help us to grow strong and to start to flourish. Gratitude also influences how we feel about ourselves, how we think about the places, the people and the things that we encounter. And as we're grateful for those things, then it changes our psyche and the way in which we're thinking and the way in which we're feeling about ourselves first and then about our environment. So when we bring play and gratitude together, we have a very powerful tool, and children and their families, as they have been playing with it together, have really found that there's a wonderful sense of connection and love, wholeness and well-being starting to thrive and flourish in their lives. And that is, I guess, the whole reason why I've written this book, The Great Gratitude Surprise, and the two more that are coming as part of the trilogy. The story came from some of the data that we collected from the project, from the children and the families, as they reported back the change that gratitude has had in their life. Sammy and David, who are the main characters in the story, represent all the children that have been part of the project so far. And here is a short extract from the story, The Great Gratitude Surprise by Rod Sober. It was a beautiful summer morning and Sammy and David were playing chasings on the beach, while Mum, Dad and Grandpa were watching them from the shade of the beach umbrella. On the beach, the children were playing a very fast game of tip. David scrambled to his feet and began chasing Sammy up into the sand dunes to catch her. A few minutes later, the two children returned carrying an old wooden box that they'd found in the grasses. "Dad, look what we found! It's locked and we can't open it!" exclaimed David. The children put the wooden box down onto the sand and they all gathered around to see what was inside. Grandpa asked, "Did you see anything nearby to give us a clue as to what it is?" "Just some old pieces of wood, Grandpa," replied Sammy. Dad picked up the box and gave it a little shake. "Something is inside it," said Mum. If you'd like to find out what is in the brown wooden box, along with Sammy and David and Mum and Dad and Grandpa, then I'd love for you to join with us and purchase that book along with the next two stories about how Sammy and David play with gratitude. If you'd like, also for those of you in the Sydney metropolitan area, think it'd be fun to have a bit of a reading in your local library or your school library, then let me know when you make the order and we will organise a time for that to happen. And finally, I'd just like to say thank you so much in advance for supporting the publication of these three picture books to help the well-being of children, young people and their families to thrive and to flourish.